Hi guys, this is IGCSE O-Level Chemistry, paper 22, March 2020, question 1. The formula of methane is CH4 and the formula of ethane is C2H6. Which row describes diffusion and the relative rates of diffusion of methane and ethane? So description of diffusion. Particles move from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. Yes, this is correct. And the relative rate of diffusion, ethane diffuses more quickly than methane. No, diffusion depends on MR. Methane has a lower MR, so would diffuse more quickly than ethane. So this is incorrect. Next, particles move from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. Yes. And methane diffuses more quickly than ethane. Yes. So this is correct. Next, particles move from a low concentration to a high concentration. Incorrect. Ethane diffuses more quickly than methane. Incorrect. And the last one, particles move from a low concentration to a high concentration. Incorrect. Methane diffuses more quickly than ethane. Correct. So the correct option for this question is option B. Question 2. Which test is used to show that a sample of water is pure? So evaporate the water to see if any solids remain. No, it could have a liquid impurity. That would also be volatile. So this is not it. Heat the water to check its boiling point. Yes, a pure liquid would have a fixed value of the boiling point. Correct. Next, test with anhydrous cobalt 2 chloride. That just shows whether water is present or not. It does not confirm the purity of water. And use universal indicator paper to check its pH. That would just indicate whether the water contains any acidic or alkaline impurities, because that would result in a change in the color of the universal indicator paper. However, if neutral impurities are present, a universal indicator paper will be unable to detect them. So this is incorrect as well. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option B. Question 3. Chromatography is used to separate and identify the components in both colored and colorless mixtures. For colorless mixtures, the chromatogram has to be treated with another chemical. What is the name of this type of chemical? So in order to see colorless separated components, we would spray it with a locating agent. That is the name of this chemical. So coloring agent, no. Display agent, no. Finding agent, no. Locating agent, yes. So the correct option for this question is option D. Question 4. Lithium reacts with fluorine to form the compound lithium fluoride. Which statement about this reaction is correct? Each fluorine atom gains one electron. Yes, because lithium loses its electron, which is gained by the fluorine atom, to form Li positive cation and F negative anion, and the anion gains an electron. So this is correct. Each fluorine atom gains two or more electrons. No, only one. Each fluorine atom loses an electron. No. Each fluorine atom loses two or more electrons. No. So the correct option for this question is option A. Question 5. C14 and C12 are isotopes of carbon. Which statement about these isotopes is correct? C12 is more reactive than C14 because atoms have less mass. No. Reactivity is not based on the mass of the atoms. C12 is more reactive than C14 because the atoms have different number of neutrons. Reactivity does not depend on the number of neutrons. The reactions of C12 are similar to C14 because they have the same number of outer shell electrons. Yes, that is what reactivity depends on, the same number of outer shell electrons. So the reactivity is the same for both the isotopes. The reaction of C12 are similar to C14 because they have the same number of protons in the nucleus. No, electrons are involved in reactions, not protons. So the correct option for this question is option C. Question 6. The molecular structure of hydrazine is shown, N2H4. Which description of the bonding in hydrazine is not correct? Each nitrogen atom has a non-bonding pair of electrons. So nitrogen is in group 5 since it is forming three single covalent bonds, it would have a pair of electrons that remain unbonded. So this statement is correct. Each nitrogen atom has four bonding pairs of electrons. So the bonding pairs of electrons are 1, 2, and 3 because it forms 3 single bonds, not 4. So this is incorrect. Each nitrogen atom shares one of its electrons with a nitrogen atom. Yes, there is a nitrogen-nitrogen single bond present in hydrazine. So this is correct. Each nitrogen atom shares two of its electrons with hydrogen atoms. Yes, one with each hydrogen atom that is covalently bonded to each nitrogen atom. So this is correct as well. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option B. Question 7. Solid X has a high boiling point. Its structure has positive ions surrounded by a sea of electrons. That means it is a metal. Which other properties does solid X have? Brittle and an electrical conductor. Metals are not brittle, but they are electrical conductors. Brittle and an insulator, both are incorrect. Malleable and an electrical conductor, both are correct. Malleable and an insulator. Malleable is correct, insulator is incorrect, making option C the correct option for this question. Question 8. The formula of some ions are shown. In which row is the formula not correct? So we have aluminum oxide. So aluminum has a charge of +3. Aluminum oxide would be Al2O3. So this is correct. Iron 2 nitride. Iron 2 nitride would be iron 2 has a charge of +2 and nitride has a charge of -3. So Fe3N2 would be iron nitride. This is also correct. Then we have sodium sulfate. Sulfate has a charge of -2. Sodium has a charge of +1. So this would be Na2SO4, which is also correct. And we have zinc nitrate. Zinc has a charge of +2 and nitrate has a charge of -1. So that would mean ZnNO3 twice. So this is also correct. So we are missing something. Oh, yes, yes, yes. In Fe3N2, there are 3 atoms of nitrogen and 2 atoms of nitrogen. Whereas in option B, there are 2 atoms of iron, not 3, and there are 3 atoms of nitrogen, not 2. So this was an oversight. Therefore, B has an incorrect formula present for iron 2 nitride, making option B the correct option for this question. Question 9. The equation for the decomposition of magnesium nitrate is shown. Which volume of gas is produced when 0.1 moles of magnesium nitrate is decomposed completely? So the gas, or rather the gases that are produced are NO2 and O2, and the ratio of this reaction is 2 moles of magnesium nitrate producing 4 plus 1, 5 moles of gases. So we have 0.1 mole of magnesium nitrate present. So what would be the moles of gases produced? So this would be 0.1 divided by 2 multiplied by 5, giving us a value of 0.25 moles of gases being produced. Now, 1 mole of gas occupies a volume of 24 decimeter cube. So the moles of gases produced would be 0.25 mole. So this would have a volume of 0.25 upon 1 into 24, which will give us 6 dm cube. This makes option C the correct option for this question. Question 10. Which statements about the electrolysis of molten lead to bromide are correct? Okay, it's molten. There is no other substance present in the electrolyte, only lead ions and bromide ions. So, 1. Lead ions move to the anode and are oxidized? No. Lead ions would move to the cathode and are reduced because lead ions are positively charged. They need to gain electrons to form lead metal. So they move to the cathode and are reduced. Lead ions move to the cathode and are reduced. Yes, this is what we just discussed. Bromide ions move to the anode. Yes. And are oxidized. Yes. This is what happens. Bromide ions move to the cathode. No. And are reduced. No. So statements 1 and 4 are incorrect. 2 and 3 are correct, making option C the correct option for this question.